everyone. It's Sister Elizabeth, and you are listening to In the Company of Charity, the podcast of the Daughters of Charity. And as always, I am here and delighted to be with my good friend and co-host, Sister Liz Schoberg.
Hello, hello. Happy Advent to you.
Yeah, happy Advent to you too, and to all our listeners. We're in the second week of Advent. And it's exciting times. It's kind of, the readings are a little solemn, there's always like the readings for Sunday, second Sunday, are like all of this intrigue of, all these different leaders
Characters,
and
yes.
characters. That's really what they are. It's characters. So it just kind of places everything in this time of turmoil and, makes you feel like we're in a little bit of those end times ourselves sometimes,
Yes, things are stirring.
Yeah. But, God's going to come for sure in little baby. And God is coming for the second time. And we're going to be ready.
Get ready, everybody.
Yeah, get ready. Yeah. So you're doing well?
Things are good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to present this episode to you because Sister Dafina is just one of the most wonderful Daughters of Charity that I've met, and a fascinating character as well.
Yes. Yeah.
From Albania, Albania and Kosovo area, the province of Slovenia, and just she actually was on the podcast in season 1.
She was. It was March 12th, as a matter of fact, 2019. So look it up, please, if you want the two-parter, because, it's if you're up north where I am, you just get in a cozy night because it's cold and maybe snowing soon. You listen to a couple of episodes, and you will find that she is just as fascinating in part 2 as she was in her debut in March of 2019. Just an incredibly delightful, and I would say, as a real holy soul. I'm just, she's very spiritual, very, person guided really by God's grace and divine providence, and loves the community with a great, great passion. And that comes through when she tells her story. Tells a little bit about it in the first episode, and then in this one elaborates, I think, a little more on her decision to stay in Albania and Kosovo when her family left. And so she'll tell you that story, but it's really quite powerful, powerful, the sacrifice she made to stay with the poor in what she sees, as really her people. And that was very powerful for me to hear that story. So there are many others.
Yes. And she talks a lot about what they've been doing with the COVID-19 pandemic. This was recorded in August. So, obviously still very much in the throes of everything and the Delta variant and all of that. But hearing how she's been able to navigate herself through that and then assist the young sisters under vows. I mean, she's been entrusted with a lot of leadership, and that's pretty amazing.
It is amazing. Yeah. But I think when you listen and you hear her, you can see that she is just a really good daughter of charity. She has the heart of Vincent and Louise so clearly, and that's really exciting. And the young sisters who will be formed by her are just very blessed to have someone who's so in love with her vocation. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so we hope you enjoy this interview with Sister Dafina, who's a great friend. And we, as always, are on Instagram, Company of Charity Podcast. You can email us at companyofcharity@gmail.com. Keep in touch and share this episode with a friend. There's always people in need, and she does mention International Project Services, where a lot of our ministries throughout the world, people can donate to those specific projects. And so the ministries in the province of Slovenia and Albania and Kosovo are listed on there that you can support. So welcome everybody. This is Sister Liz, and this is a special episode. I am here with Sister Dafina, who's in Albania, and you might remember her from season 1.
And Sister Dafina and I met 2 years ago in Paris, France, at our mother house. So welcome, Sister Dafina. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
So first of all, thank you for taking the time. I know it's a little late where you are. So give us an update. Tell us a little bit about, I know if people want to go listen to your vocation story, that was really compelling. I loved hearing that. But tell us a little bit about what's been going on the last couple of years since we heard from you.
Yeah, I was very happy to have the possibility to share my vocation with you and with all people who heard, because for me, vocation is like a special treasure from God for me, that God that is God of love. And during the time in Paris, I felt especially the presence of Holy Virgin in my life, in our mother house, and with my study. So I had a lot of opportunity to meet other people, and from different countries, from different continents. So it was very rich, this experience. Last year, at the end of July, I turned back to Albania to continue my mission, and I was transferred from Rushan to another country in the north of Albania, Shkodra. It's a very beautiful city and is like a place of culture and the good tradition of Albanian.
Wow, wonderful. Now, for the people who don't know, this would be like an inside look into the community. Can you explain a little bit about the province and the region and what that difference is?
Yes, I belong to Albanian region. It means Kosovo and Albania, because Albania and Kosovo, we are the same people, but only because of our story, because of our time of war, we was separated in two countries. So when Albania took independence in 1912, it was separated from Kosovo, but we are the same people. So we are the same region, but we belong to the province of Slovenia. The first sisters from Slovenia, they came in Kosovo about 60 years ago, and they started to bring the Vincentian charisma in Kosovo. So we belong to Slovenian province.
I have to say, I remember when we were in Paris, both for this session and for the other meeting that we had, the sisters from those countries, the province of Slovenia, have the most beautiful singing voices that I have ever heard.
Yeah, it's a gift. It's a gift. We try to sing everywhere, every time. Because Saint Augustine, that we are going to celebrate tomorrow, he said, who sings is praying for two times.
Yes, they pray twice, exactly.
Twice, yeah.
So you were in Paris, you were learning how to be a formator, someone who's working with the younger sisters about making their vows and all of that. So when you came back to Albania, what was your responsibilities then?
So my study in Paris was to be formators of formators. So for me, it was a gift of God and a grace, because first of all, the person that needs formation is myself. I appreciated that time, because being formators is participating in the work of God to form the girls, the people who want to consecrate their life to Jesus. So when I came to Albania, I started my service near to the young sisters to prepare them for the vows. and especially to bring them the joy of following Jesus, like a daughter of charity of Saint Vincent de Paul. So for me, it's really a gift. It's a service that I try to do and to give my best for my sisters. But it's a special joy when somebody says, I want to be daughter of charity. I want to follow Jesus like Saint Vincent and Saint Louis did. So I try to do this service. And then
Then, of course, we had this global pandemic, right?
yeah. Yeah.
And so
during
when that
the-
was happening, what was that like for you at the beginning with the sisters?
Yeah, for the sisters, there are some young sisters that are preparing. They are in formation, and they are preparing for the vows. We are 12 sisters. Some of us they work at hospital. Some of others they work with children. Three others they are involved to the poor service. Some of us, one of us is a physiotherapist, and they work in education place, and especially with poor and ill people here in Albania. Also, we have the service of youth, Vincent and Marian youth. They are very active. They come with us every day when we are to serve the people with a lot of joy, with a lot of patience, with a lot of great heart.
Mm. And so maybe if you can share a couple stories from the service of the sisters, or anything that you've reflected on in your apostolic reflection.
Yes, as you know, during the pandemic, it was very hard. And just when I arrived to Albania, there was a lot of necessity to help and to be careful for the people who was with COVID, who were with COVID. So everybody was afraid to go to them. It was only Daughter of Charity. We have gone to them. We have helped them with medicaments, with foods. And so it was a painful experience to see very poor people that they was with COVID, but they didn't have even the medicaments. So seeing the people dying without medicaments, it was really a strong experience, and it was hard. It was hard. But it was a good thing, because in those moments, we Daughters of Charity, we was near to them to say that you are not alone, even that everybody has abandoned, even the state, they abandoned those people, but we Daughters of Charity, we try to be near to them.
And so how did you support each other in this experience as sisters in community? How did you support each other?
Yeah, for us, the sisters, it was really, we unit our forces to be together, more united, and to go to them. But we thank a lot the people who give us the opportunity. They supported us with some funds, especially one association from Switzerland. They gave us some money to buy to the people some medicaments, also the equipment for the oxygen, because here, like a country very poor after communism, and also because of lot of corruption, the people who suffer are the poor, and the first door where they knock are our houses, is the church. But the church and our houses, we have not the possibility to help all people. So we must choose the poorest of the poor. The sisters that they are information, they are so very open, and they like those experience near to the poor and near to the ill people. We start our day as daughter of charity with prayers, and then we have breakfast. Then everybody goes to their service. We know that our power to do this service is the prayer, and also, as Saint Vincent said to us, to go to them and to bring them Jesus, not to bring ourselves. When I talk to young sisters, I saw and I see their faces so happy, and sometimes I am surprised too, because in this time, because of development of technology, I thought there are not a lot of people that they want to let their life, their career, to consecrate their life for the poor. But when I see the young sisters, a lot of zeal, a lot of devotion, how do they hug the poor people and ill people? I only say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. You continue again to call the people that can follow in this way, humility with simplicity and love. So I appreciate a lot how they, even some two young sisters are also studying. One of them, she's studying nurse, and the other is for the social work. So they can meet a lot of people, and they can share their vocation. There are a lot of girls that are interested. How do they live? How do they consecrate their life, all life, to the people in need? I appreciate the joy that I see to those sisters, and for me too is like a Spanish, like something that moves in my heart.
Yeah, I think it's community is so important for our support, right?
Yeah.
But then also we encourage each other, and for those who've been in the community for a long time, to see the younger sisters and their zeal and their desire to serve and their love for Jesus. This is something that inspires us too, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because in this year, I'm going to have 15 years of my vocation.
15, 15?
And the Poles. Yes.
Wow. You look so young. You look like you just came.
Oh, it's a lot of years that I am, but I can say that more that years pass away, I feel more in love my vocation. So it is it's very beautiful for me. I think I understood in my life that it was really the project of God with me. So I can say thank you, God, that you chose me to be a small servant in your kingdom work.
For people who maybe didn't listen yet to the other episode, you have some family in the United States, in Michigan, am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they worried about you? Are they calling you and saying, Sister Dafina, like, are you okay? What's going on over there in Albania?
Yes, they are calling me for two things, for two reasons. So when I decided to become a sister, my family moved to United States and I was 17 years old. Because at the beginning they didn't accept my vocation, so I said, you can go to United States, I can stay here, because I was afraid they're going to be against again my vocation. So I had the possibility also to have the American documents, but I'm so sorry, I refused.
Oh, come on, sister. Come on.
I refused only to be near to Albanian people because my people suffered a lot. So I felt like I have to do for the poor here. And I love America. I love American people, especially for your joyful and for your simplicity. But for the moment, I hear in my heart that I have to be near to those people. So my family, they are in Michigan, my parents, my sister and my brother. I have another brother in Germany. I have another sisters in Switzerland. But they call also, come here, also United States need to have some young sisters. And for the moment, I am open to Jesus. If he wants, I want to. But for the moment, I don't know.
God's will be done. God's will be done.
I'm ready.
So how now in some areas of the country or in the world, there the COVID has kind of gone down, and then there's these other variants with Delta and all that. So how are things in your country right now with COVID?
Yeah, the last two weeks, it's raising the numbers of people with COVID. So we are going to think what we can do, because we cannot answer to all the needs of these people. The hospitals are full of patients, and even near to our house there are some people with COVID. So last night we was till 1 hour of morning serving to some people with COVID. Yeah, it's hard because, you know, it's not like in United States that you have some problems, you are with COVID, the state will support you, but here everyone must support for himself. So for us, it's not so easy because we need help for them, not only a person to serve them, but especially to buy the medicaments, to buy the foods. Because when someone is with COVID, he must be fed in good way. But I don't know how it will be. We started to pray the providence more that somebody can answer to the needs of these people. Now I have seen that especially the Delta is going to touch especially the young people and the children. We don't know. We don't know what we are going to manage this situation. This is one thing is sure, that all of us, the daughters of charity, we are in alert.
Yes.
To serve and to answer with our service those people who are in need, especially the poorest of the poor. I can say this because here in Albania there are a lot of poor people. So when a mother said to me, Sister Dafina, I'm gonna eat one time the bread only that my my boy, my son will be fed too. Even that we would be in danger for our life does not matter for us. Only that they will have somebody near them, like a presence of God, like a presence of the Vincentian family, because the painful thing for me is the people during the COVID has passed away being alone. So it was very hard.
Yeah. I think, something that's so inspiring to me is when I hear you talk, how it's like obviously we share the same spirit, and that's the
Yeah.
beauty of this family that we belong to, this community that, I personally or anyone else, we don't have to go to Africa or Asia or
Yeah.
wherever, like we know that our sisters are there, right?
Yeah.
You're doing your work and we do our work over here, and we are united in that same spirit.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
great.
it's great. Yes, continue.
It's great because I'm gonna share something maybe also to laugh. When I was a little girl, I asked to my mom, please, can you buy one sister and one brother? And my mom said, when you are going to be, going to grow up, you are going to understand that having 5 children in our condition is not a little thing. But I didn't marry, so I became a sister. And one day when my mom called me from United States, and she said, Dafina, you know what I thought for you? I don't know, I said. And she said, I understood now why you asked me to have more brothers and sisters. So now you, as a daughter of charity, you have more sisters that I could donate you or give you.
Yes.
So it's true that we are a big family with a lot of sisters. So it's
Yes.
great. It's wonderful.
So what are your hopes for the next year, or you're going to be continuing in this formation role? How have you grown yourself in that, and what are your hopes?
Yeah, for me, now I have the service of the formators in my region, Albanian region. Also, I ask a prayer from you and from the others, because my superiors, they asked me also to be a servant sister. That means to be careful for the sisters of community, to help to coordinate the service of the sisters. So for 3 years, I be here in Shkodra. I serve also to the ill people, because I told you the first session, I am also the nurse. But the special service that I love a lot is the vocation ministry and youth ministry. It's something that gives me a lot of joy when I see the youth people that they come with us to serve. And I would like to share, if I can, especially we have here in Albania, there are 10 years that we organize a service camp with Daughters of Charity, youth people, and the Congregation of Mission. So it's like a camp in service to the elderly, to the orphans, to the people in need with special needs, like a handicap, and also to the mentally ill people. and we try to bring joy, to bring the love to those people. Last year we missed this activity because of pandemic, but in this year we organized one times again. It was only 1 week, but it was really, really very, very good for the people. And when we visited them in those centers, their joy was like this, and they said, "Oh, thanks of God, somebody thinks on us. We are not alone." So we invite you.
Yes.
Even the people who are hearing me, you are welcomed if you want to come to Albania and Kosovo to have this service. It's really, really wonderful. And I can say that we are not those who are giving service, but they are serving to us. They are giving us a lot of smiling, a lot of joy, a lot of love. So
That's awesome.
you're welcome.
I'll be right over.
Yeah, come on. There is a beautiful collaboration with Vincentian family, so Congregation of Mission, Daughters of Charity, and Youth Marian Vincentian.
Now, I know you all have had a strong connection with the International Project Services, which is a website where people can go and support specific missions of the Daughters of Charity throughout the world. And your province has, I think, 3 different projects on that website. And so people can go and support, what you're doing, and even if they want to send something to our provincial house, we can surely get it to you. But just to know that there are so many good things happening in the world, and that the Daughters of Charity are there rolling up your sleeves and just serving people in a beautiful and humble way. It's such a joy, and I think it brings a lot of peace to those of us who are in the United States and say, like, oh, I wish I could go there. I wish I could do this or that.
Come on, you're welcome.
Anytime.
Yeah, in this year in Albania, they came to a lot of Americans for tourism. So I've met a lot of people in the street, in the market, supermarket, and when I heard talking in English, I said, "I'm sorry, are you from United States?" "Yes, how do you know?" But the accent is so wonderful, and they are joyful to see sisters, to see nuns, even here in Albania. So I'm happy. I would like to profit from this time to thank IPS, the International Project for Daughters of Charity, Sister Mary Louise, and all the staff there. But especially, I want to say thank you to all American people that for years they are supporting our mission in Kosovo and in Albania. It's really, we cannot reward, but we only can say that you are blessed from us and from the poor people. And the poor people, they pray for you. So when we go and we say that we don't have money, but somebody, the Providence, gift us, and they say, "Oh, we are going to pray for their families." So please take this like a humble gift from Albanian people, from Kosovo and from Albania.
That's very sweet. Thank you so much. And the
Thank
last
you
thing
from you for the generosity of your heart.
we know we're friends forever now, Sister Dafina. So can't get away now. One last thing I always want to ask people who are on the program is, especially for young people who are making their life decisions and thinking about what God has in mind for them, what advice would you give for young adults or young women who might wonder if God is calling them to the Daughters of Charity or to another congregation of sisters? What advice would you give?
First of all, to open their heart. I think that is the most beautiful adventure of love, answering to God love for the vocation. What I advise, to hear your hearts, especially to hear the voice, the counsel of Holy Virgin in Gospel, who says, do what he says to do, is Saint John. So this is the advice that I can say to the girls or who wants to be sisters, whatever congregation, or the boys that they want to be priests. It's the beautiful vocation. I love my vocation. I don't know how to say, but I would like that all people can feel this this joyful of being a servant of God. Don't be afraid. It's true that is not a simple way, but it's very beautiful to follow Jesus, in his cross and his resurrection. For me, I can say that I would like, before to die, then to abandon my vocation. It's, for me, it's everything that I have.
Oh, perfect way to end our time together.
Is love.
God is love.
Forever and ever.
Yeah. So Dafina, it's been a real gift to speak with you today, and thank you, and many blessings on your sisters and the people you serve. I just love to have you on. So thank you again for being here.